DynaQuip Controls is a designer, manufacturer, and distributor of quarter-turn valve and valve automation products. We manufacture ball valves, butterfly valves, and the automated versions of both butterfly valves and ball valves. This business was started over 80 years ago as a family business. It is still a family business. We like to treat our customers, our employees, and even our supply chain as family as well. We do unto them as we would have them do unto us.
We have a standard of customer service that we adhere to, and it's always been a hallmark of DynaQuip, how much we really care about each individual customer that calls in. And so we try to take those relationships to our operational level for our suppliers, our vendors, and our IT partners. We just want to make sure everyone's on the same page to deliver a quality product at the end of the day.
DynaQuip doesn't have a lot of automation. It's a lot of hands-on to build our products. We're taking the extra step to make sure that our products meet the customer's specifications. In building our DE actuators, there's a lot of prep work that goes in prior to the actual assembly. We usually put our bushings in, which usually we have to put them in two places on the lower gear plate. We attach the cork pad and the brake support on the bell end of the motor. And then when we get to the assembly, once we've got all the prep work done, it's basically you're going to put the gears into the housing. You're going to add the gear plate once you've got the gears in the lower gear housing. You're going to then mount the motor, and then you're going to attach the limit switches of the board and connecting and tucking all of the wires that goes into the board so that they're not in the way of when we put the cover on the actuator. From that point, we would then go to the testing. And when we go to the tester, what we're actually doing is testing the actuator to make sure that it fully opens and fully closes prior to the ball valve being installed on the actuator. Starting the building of our ball valves. Almost all the ball valves are put together the same way. The first thing we would do is verify that we have the right components to build the ball valve order for the customer we're building for. Once that is verified, then it's the process of actually assembling the ball valves. You would then start off with inserting a seat, a bottom seat, in the body of the valve. Then you would put a stem with a thrush washer on it through the stem hole of the body. From there, it would go to actually putting on the handle. We would put the ball in. You have to make sure the stem lines up with the ball slot. You then would use a little bit of glue, and you would glue on your grip, depending on who the customer was. From there, you would go to the next step, which is actually when we're going to put the end cap on, or it could be a retainer. Then they would be 100% tested. They would go into what we call a six-pack tester, which is actually 3 stages to testing the ball valve. You're going to submerge all the valves into the tester. If there's a leaker, you would have continuous little bubbling coming up from the hoses in the tank. And then from there, the valves would be according to who the customer is and their specifications on how we package up the valves, the type box we use, and the labeling that we use. And then from there, they go into the warehouse. From the warehouse, depending on the orders as they come out, they're shipped out of the factory.
I have seen DynaQuip grow quite a bit in the breadth of their products. They're adding PVC lately is another thing that we've been adding, and adding a lot of other types of actuators, some smart actuators. Of course, our standard on-off and everything still work great, but there's in the industry a call for smarter actuators, and so we're keeping up with the times and offering those as well.
We're not afraid to help you dream what your product's going to be, to engineer something just a little bit differently than what we've done for anyone else. And that is probably our best flexibility element.
The Motion Industries relationship is very close to my heart. It was my sole account many years ago when I first started working for DynaQuip Controls. We have needs here for fixing our facilities, and when we do order component parts or things that we don't make here, we order from Motion Industries when we can.